welcome to another video, which this one is actually helping to raise awareness on World Suicide Prevention Day 2016. And unfortunately, I'm not really going to pull any punches here. Suicide can be one of the most devastating things to happen to anyone, and it's not just the person taking that unfortunate action. It can also affect their families and also those who perhaps even care for someone going through a difficult mental health situation. Even the carer themselves may feel, look, this is their desperate resource. World Suicide Prevention Day happens usually on the 10th of September every year. It's usually championed by the International Association for Suicide Prevention, otherwise known as IASP or IASP, and also the World Health Organization. Now, IASP helps to raise awareness on the following, that being presenting suicidal behavior, alleviating its effects, and also providing a forum for those affected by suicide and also those who wish to research suicide. There are also many other important organizations. I'm going to mention a few during this video. One of them being the Samaritans, based over in the UK, and CALM, that being campaign against living miserably. There are many facts and figures regarding suicide, although one thing I want to pick out on suicide prevention is, according to the charity campaign against living miserably, that being CALM, suicide is the biggest single killer of men around under the age of 45, and I think even above. But what can contribute to such a problem? Well, the issues are that, unfortunately, with men, they can be prone to not speaking up, feeling that they need to be strong, sometimes feeling that perhaps they do want to actually speak up, but then for some reason they're not being supported to doing so. And this is perhaps one of the reasons why a charity called CALM is helping to highlight such issues. Another reason would be like being misinformed. Again, CALM, the Samaritans, and many other charities will look into raising awareness and informing those who are at risk of suicide. And another one is shutting themselves away. This, unfortunately, can happen to a lot of males who feel, or a lot of men who feel that they just don't know how to cope. And of course, there are many more reasons why men suffer due to suicidal behaviors. Well, anyway, being that it was World Suicide Awareness Day 2016, what was I doing during that day? And while I was over in the London Borough of Harrow just to visit a friend, I was actually approached by someone. I didn't know it at the time, and I thought, look, they were only going to stop me and ask to donate to something. Where I thought, oh, I don't always have the money anyway. And then, it wasn't a matter of time before. The more I listened to them, the more I knew that they were actually preaching to the converted. And I'm, quite a strong advocate to others, saying, look, listen, we've really got to look after our health. We've got to look after our mental health. We've got to find out any information we can regarding suicide, mental health. It's very important. And anyway, eventually I walked up to the store, a big, massive Samaritan store, and spoke to several of the storeholders there. And I could easily tell by the way they spoke and the way they acted. They were really very good Samaritans. Obviously, the green t-shirts gave them away, obviously. Every word that they spoke was actually positive and reassuring, and I didn't feel no stigma in discussing with them about the problems of suicide and how I felt about it. They gave me actually quite a few good things, which were free, very important, which I'll always carry on me. and I'll show you what these things were, what they gave me on that day, and I'll explain to you what their uses. So here we are. Here's the stuff that I picked up from Samaritans when I went over to visit my friend, and this is just by chance, and they've given me like these handy, what do you call them, cards or something like that, and straight away you can see, with the text is big, and it certainly stands out. Samaritans, it opens up quite nicely, so you don't need to carry so much on you, and the information that's posted on here should be a bit closer. Most useful and important things: talk to us. Very important, talking. And these can be like carried and put in your pocket, especially the number. No point saying talk to someone if you can't even contact them. So that's one of the things that they were handing out on the day. I picked up several of them. We also got this sort of travel card holder, put things in them, which is a good point anyway. And obviously it's best to always have things on yourself that even in emergencies, you never know. You might be going through a crisis, and I don't want to sort of give hints on how people can do things awful to themselves, but I know if they are traveling anywhere and they need to just go on a bus or anything and just to take this thing out, it's just a glimpse can make so much difference. So if you can, pick up one of these at your local Samaritan centre, and it's also in conjunction with National Network Rail. Also, what I picked up, and as you can see, it's quite clearly saves this card. It might save a life. Basically, this is one. I think it's something that was well done. I'll leave it there so you can see. And what this is, even though it's like a nice small card, it again can fit in your pocket. It unfolds to become basically, I don't know what to call them. It's leaflets and something. And it's worth a read. The text is nice and big, explains things fairly easily. It's not too jargonistic. Lots of numbers which people can call. Get back in the balance. React smart, listen, take control. All very important. Comical as well in some sense. I know it's just a subject, but sometimes a little light-heartedness can make a difference as well. And it follows up quite neatly as well once you've gone through it. You don't have to read it all in one go. Read it a bit at a time. Again, something if you can pick up, it's useful. And I've picked up a few to pass on to others if need be. And one of the most critical ones is, again, a card. Just a simple small card. Similar information off the travel card holder. It can either fit in your pocket or in a card, and just having a glimpse of this when you take this out can make so much difference. Here it's saying, I've been trying hard not to feel lost, to feel like there's still a bit of hope. And again, you can either fit in your pocket or in the card, and you can just pack it away. And this is the stuff that I've picked up, and that was handed out to many people who were going past the store for World Suicide Prevention Day. I hope I've explained those things clearly, what the Samaritans gave me. And as I've said before, if you wish to get hold of these things, please give Samaritans a call. I'm sure that they might send some over. And use them. Don't just take them and put them on the dressing table or whatever. Keep them close by. Put them in your pocket. If Samaritans give you more, pass one on to your friends. Speak to them. They might wish to talk to you about something. It's very important when us men try to open up about our problems to other men. I mean, what we don't want to do is belittle them or belittle someone, saying, look, you're weak, or, you should man up, or you should act like a man. This is just being misinformed, and it doesn't help in some ways. And I'm not saying it's your fault, it's our fault, or it's men's fault. Perhaps this is the way things have set out to be, but the best way I think we can counteract this is to read up on these things. Go to CALM's website, Samaritans' website, and check out the information and educate yourself and educate others on the problems of suicidal behaviour. Well, I hope I've raised enough awareness on this difficult subject, and I have written a blog on my website about this issue, so feel free to read up on that. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.